Imagine you're sitting at the dinner table with your family. Y'all are enjoying a nice, hot, fresh meal. It's healthy and there is plenty of food for everybody to eat. Now picture you looking up out of your window into your neighbor's window. You see that they are also sitting at their dinner table. The only difference is they have a single plate in the center that has 3 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on it. But not only that, there are 5 of them sitting around the table. Today I'd like us to think about hunger and what we can do to alleviate the burden on our neighbors. I've gathered some information from one of our largest food banks, the North Texas Food Bank, as well as feedingamerica.com and information from the United States Department of Agriculture. We all know that donations help, whether it's money, time, or food items. Every donation we make helps a person in need. Now let's discuss some of the shocking facts about hunger. According to feedingamerica.com, 14.3 million Americans face food insecurity. And what that means is being food insecure means we might not have the resources to go get food, or there might not be enough food on the table to feed every person in the household. Kind of like our hypothetical family. There were 3 peanut butter sandwiches for 5 people. That means 2 of those people are going to go hungry. In North Texas alone, according to the North Texas Food Bank, we have 800,000 people hungry. We now realize that some of our neighbors are not getting the basic necessity for survival. Now let's talk about some of the ways we can help. Our food banks rely on donations, whenever you go grocery shopping, some of the things that we can do is buy a few extra cans of food, buy a few extra boxes of cereal. Check those out with your items, bag those up separately, and drop them off at a food pantry. Also, it takes manpower to feed people. Plan on once a month volunteering at the local food bank or at the soup kitchen. Food banks oftentimes will pack up meals and take them to people who can't get out, like senior citizens or people who are disabled. Now, the United States Department of Agriculture has done a study that shows food bank donations decline in the summer months. And we all know what happens in the summer months. The kids are not in school, they're home, they're eating all the food. They're not getting those resources from the school. So, instead of just helping on the food-intensive holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas, why don't we help all year round? Now, it's not just the food items and the volunteering. Everybody knows that money is needed. And your donations also help. The North Texas Food Bank shows that for every dollar donated, 93 cents of that dollar goes to their food programs. If you can't personally help, go and spread the word. Let your other neighbors know where they can donate. Let your other neighbors know what they can do. Let your coworkers know. Also, if you know somebody who needs some help, let them know where they can go to get it. Now that we've kind of talked about a way to solve the problem, let's look at what happens if we just ignore it. Now, we've all seen those late night TV commercials of the little kids laying in the street, dying of starvation. We've seen them in the underdeveloped countries with their bones showing and their skeletons are so thin because they have nothing to eat. We don't want our country to have the reputation of not being able to feed our people. Feeding America has also done studies that show children who go hungry are often doomed to repeat grade levels. They also show that they can have developmental impairments, as well as social and behavioral problems. Now, hunger is a community issue. Hungry people tend to be desperate people. I know personally, if my family were hungry and I didn't have the resources, I might resort to doing things that I wouldn't normally do. I might go to the store and steal a loaf of bread, or I might break into my neighbor's, garage refrigerator for that milk. So it is a community problem. We don't want crime rates to skyrocket because people are hungry. Like I said, desperate people do some pretty desperate things. Now, here's what we all can do to help this problem. Like I said before, donating food is one of the easiest and best ways to help. Make a monetary donation. Once again, the North Texas Food Bank states for every $1 you donate, that's 3 meals for somebody in need. And most of the time, your donations are tax deductible. If you cannot donate food and cannot donate money, go donate your time. Volunteer. Ask your local churches. NTFB.org has sign-up sheets for their donation centers in Dallas. Do it with a group. Ask your coworkers if they all want to get together and have a food drive. Ask your company if they do a match program. I know some companies will match every donation. So if you donate $1, the company will donate 50 cents, or they'll match it 100%. Food is a basic necessity, and going hungry is a big issue. 1 in 6 of our neighbors right here struggle with hunger. 2/3 of our neighbors have to make a choice between feeding their families or paying their bills. So I say to you, your neighbor's struggle today might be your struggle tomorrow. Nothing is guaranteed. Our jobs aren't guaranteed. Our health isn't guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. So when you see one family struggling, you have to be in that mindset, well, they're struggling today, but it might be me struggling tomorrow. Each and every one of us can lend a helping hand. And when we lend those helping hands, we can ultimately make the world a better place.